In many games, the player character can achieve a power-up state by collecting a special object or by performing a certain task. Here we'll cover how to achieve the animated effect for a power-up state. The large flames will work well for this. So I'm going to go and find my large flames there. There we go. And I'm going to put them in my characters layer, but I'm going to make sure that they go behind my character. So in the characters layer, I'll click on this little arrow and drag that selected layer there, drag that down until it is behind the player like so. Okay, pretty cool looking power up effect. Let's add a script to it. Okay, so we don't want it to have physics, so we'll go to events when created, and then physics down the bottom, set physics enabled to false so it doesn't bump into anything. Then we want it following the player around. So we'll go to events again. Constantly, we want to set the position of this object. So that's from transform, set X position of myself, and we want to do a set Y position as well. Now we don't want it to go to 0, so we'll get rid of those. We want it to go to the position of the player. Now how do we know who the player is? Well, when the level starts, we can go find the player and save them as a variable. So we'll go to variables, create variable, call it player, make it an instance type. That's an object in the game. And then we will put that in when the level starts, and the value for our player will be from sensing first instance by tag player. Now to position this flame on the player, we'll go to transform and grab X position of myself. But this myself, we'll get rid of that. We'll go to variables and grab instance player instead. X position of player, and then we also want the Y position of the player. Good. Let's give it a quick test. Save it as power up effect. And there we go. Now it needs a bit of an offset, doesn't it? It's not quite positioned properly. Okay, so let's position that fire a bit better. So back in the power up effect script, we are going to add some numbers to these position blocks. So we'll go to operators and grab our plus block, get a couple of those in there, and we want this to be X position of the player plus, let's try 50, and Y position of the player plus, let's try 20, and see how that looks. Alright, it might need to go up a little more. So let's say minus 20. And that looks pretty good actually.